But other than that, there was the Saturday night's main event show, and that's basically what we're going to focus on today's show. So I have a review of that one as well. The post, if you guys want to go through the pictures, like we're going to go through here, but I'm going to go through every angle and every match, every storyline, and that's the one where we're going to do an in-depth review today. So that was yesterday now, last night. So this is Sunday night that we're recording, and this was Saturday night's main event. An old show, right, that they're reviving. They've done it every so often. I think I remember them doing it a few years ago as a one-off. I don't know if they're going to do this consistently. I'm not sure.
I think they are.
I'm not sure if I'll be happy about that because it was a lot of work. It's a lot of extra work. But today we got the location, Long Island, New York, the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. 14,669, a sellout according to Ringside News. And we don't have TV ratings yet. Maybe tomorrow we'll get that. So let's see our totals for this one before we go through it in detail. I got a 3.0. Vlad's got a 2.5. No thumbs down and no indifference from you. So all thumbs ups. So we'll go through that and see how it goes. I gave 2 indifference. And then our other friend, Robert, he hasn't submitted his yet. So his is pending. But all right, let's get started, Vlad. Let's see how this goes. This is the first time I'm using my review posts as, in the show today. But we're starting at angle number 1, or storyline number 1. It's Drew McIntyre defeats Sami Zayn. So that's the first match of the night that they had. And this involves the feud. The whole program involves the Drew McIntyre feud with Roman Reigns. So this is a long-standing program from many, many years. Let's go through the match. So Drew McIntyre defeats Sami Zayn. But let's see some pictures before I get some comments from you, Vlad, and your ratings. So here's Drew McIntyre coming in. Got a picture from his ring walk entrance for anyone on YouTube. You could see this, and anyone on the podcast platforms. I'll try to describe it as best as I can. Here's Sami Zayn coming through that, what is it, narrow walkway, huh? Where the people could literally, reach over and touch them. I don't know what you thought of that, Vlad.
I don't know if is that the way they used to do it before? I don't. It was supposed to be an old school film because I know that was the theme of the thing.
Yeah. I remember it being that way, but I think some wrestlers seem uncomfortable with it. Like later on, Liv Morgan, I think, didn't want people touching her and shit. These are rich people. They don't want us poor people touching them.
Well, I don't blame specifically the women wrestlers not wanting to be touched by and oogled by these male fans. I could understand that. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's move along. So I just got a picture here of just a random image during the match. It was a good match. I'm not going to go through it all in detail. I'm sure you could go back and watch it on Peacock probably. Peacock is pretty free. It's pretty cheap. I don't think it's free, but it's cheap enough that I don't need to spend the time to really summarize it. You could just go watch it over there. We saw it. So Drew McIntyre, though, with the win, a Claymore kick and a pinfall, and he won the match and beat Sami. And here's him getting his hand raised by the ref, and here's Sami Zayn a little bit fucked up afterwards and holding his face. So pretty clean match, no interference or anything. So let's hear what the reviews say from our Malapert Smark panelists. Like we said, we haven't gotten any reviews from Robert yet. We're waiting on his submission, but we got Vlad and we got mine. So I gave it a thumbs up. Vlad, the wrestling expert, a half thumbs up on our Malapert Smark rating system. Actually, let's pull up the rating system for anybody who hasn't seen it before. Thumbs up is liked it, and a half thumbs up from Vlad is he kind of liked it. He gave it an Orange Cassidy unenthusiastic thumbs up, so I guess you didn't really super enjoy it, but we'll get some clarifications from you. What do you think, Vlad? Do you have anything you want to say about this? Why only a half thumbs up? Not a solid enough match for you, or what?
No, I mean, I think the work was fine, but there was kind of an issue with the way this whole thing was put together. I think with this was supposed to be a pay-per-view event, kind of, but on television because it was on Peacock, but it was also on NBC. So I recorded it on NBC, so it had commercials and stuff like that, which is fine. But I don't know, just kind of the flow of the thing just didn't it just didn't flow well for me. Like the match itself, the work wasn't embarrassing, but it just didn't seem to have like that good natural flow of like what you would have if you were watching an uninterrupted PLE instead of like them having to constantly interrupt it for commercials. And I think the timing was kind of like they were shorter matches than they should have been in some cases. It felt like. So this was one of them. Actually, I think almost all of them had that issue. I mean, nothing wrong with the work, but I don't think they did anything special here to warrant anything more than half a star. Or half a star. Who am I, David?
Yeah, we don't do stars here. We do it by thumbs ups. 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, half a thumbs up is what I meant.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second. I'm noticing that my name is blocking my face. Let me.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, people need to see this beautiful face. But all right, let's move along then. So that was the first match. There was only 5 matches on the show, so we might get through this rather quickly, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see what the next one is. So the next one I got my title for this storyline is Rhea Ripley confronts Liv Morgan immediately after Liv defeats Io Sky. So Liv had a WWE World Women's Titles match against Io Sky to defend it. So that's the 2 programs involved in this. So there's 2 feuds for Liv. So Liv's feuding with Io here, and then it also involves the Rhea Ripley feud. So I've categorized it like that. So let's see. I got 3 segments here. The video package I'm not going to go over, but the match. All right, so let's go through the match. Let's see what we got. We got Io Sky coming in. All right, with her 2 girls, but they didn't come to the ring with her. They just kind of accompanied her, on the entrance ramp and then went back just to show support. But, I don't see why they wouldn't have been there, but okay. They wanted to fight fair and square. But even Liv didn't come down with Dom and Raquel, so that was weird. She's a heel, but she came by herself too. And this was her going, ew, at the people touching her. That's the picture I got of her.
But she may have just been working here, so I don't know.
That's true. I mean, come on. Some of these guys, they need to get over it. If they just get touched, come on. It's not like they're getting smacked around and stuff.
I think she was just she looked like she was just working for her character.
Okay. And then here's the referee, Charles Robinson, with the women's world title. He also refereed the main event, the Kevin Owens-Cody match, which we'll talk about in a minute.
I liked Corey Graves. It wasn't Corey Graves. Who the heck was the commentators?
It was Corey Graves. Corey Graves and Michael Cole.
No, but Pat McAfee came in.
You're right. It's Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. Excuse me. Yeah, Pat McAfee made his return today. Excuse me.
Right. So McAfee, I think, had the line where he said that Charles Robinson pulled the refs' uniform from 1987 because he probably had the same one, right? The WCW one, right? Because that's what they used to kind of dress up as. I thought that was a good one.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, everyone wearing a bow tie today. I guess that was the thing on WWF's Saturday night's main event. But
probably
all right,
in the 80s. Yeah.
I'm gonna skip to the ending. This was I'm not gonna go over the match in detail, but clean match. No, not really any cheating that I remember. And Io Sky tried a moonsault, and Liv Morgan got her feet up and won the match. So a little bit of color from Liv. Looks like Hardway. But
Hardway, for sure, Hardway.
Celebrating.
Definitely. She might have, I don't know if she broke her nose or not. She may have. It's hard to say. I didn't really read anything after the fact.
But yes, here's Liv Morgan getting her hand raised, and she won the match. And then she celebrated with her best friend and her boyfriend, Raquel and Dominique.
What a life she lives. Wait, did you just call him Dominique?
That's what Jesse Ventura called him. He said, boy, that Dominique sure knows how to pick the women, huh? Which we'll mention Jesse Ventura later. I have some pictures of him.
That's cool.
We'll get some comments about Jesse Ventura. But okay, so Liv Morgan wins the match. Okay, post-match. All right, we got an afterbirth. Not really an afterbirth because there wasn't any physical contact, but Rhea Ripley enters, so that her music hits, and Liv Morgan with the dramatic face, and they've squared off multiple times, so she doesn't have to be super scared of her, but seems like she is. And Rhea Ripley got in her face, and Liv Morgan raised the title to her face, saying, yeah, I'm the champion, though. So All right, something to look forward to. Not really anything we haven't seen.
Probably
But
something towards the Royal Rumble, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are thinking Rhea's going to take this title back. Like the
It's
babyface
a
is going
matter of
to,
time.
especially Triple H booking lately. I don't know why. It's the complete opposite of how he used to get booked himself, where he was the bad guy
That's
and would
true.
win all that. Now all the good guys win all the time. But
Yeah.
okay, ratings for this storyline. This I'm including the Liv Morgan EO match and the afterbirth of Rhea Ripley coming in. So what do we got? I got Vlad with a half thumbs up. All right, so another kind of liked it, and then me with the only an indifferent. So I don't know. I don't know how excited I am to see. I mean, Rhea and Liv, they've been doing great work together. The match itself was predictable. I don't think anyone thought Liv Morgan was going to lose that title. But okay, what do you got to say about this, Vlad? Half thumbs up. Another just kind of like
Yeah.
so.
The match to me, if it was just the match, it would just been indifferent. But I think obviously, not much happened with the Rhea and Liv thing, but the fact that they're obviously continuing this feud that we've all liked, and it's going places, and it's been one of the hallmarks of WWE programming for the past, whatever it's been, 5-6 months, maybe even longer. That's the only reason I even gave it, a thumbs up at all. Because the match itself, nothing really out of this world and nothing really great. So it was what it was, and yeah, it's the Rhea Liv thing that's keeping this thing afloat.
All right, so you're saying Rhea's gonna take the title back at the Royal Rumble?
I don't think they can push it any farther at this point. I don't think they can push this towards WrestleMania. I don't see how. I think it's got to be the Rumble.
All right, well, we shall see. All right, let's move on to the next storyline we got from Saturday night's main event. Let's see what we got. Let's keep scrolling down. Gunther retains World Heavyweight title in triple threat against Damian and Finn. So when I categorize these storylines, I try to, pinpoint which overarching program they're a part of, right? And this one was a little confusing to me because although there are three of them, I think each guy has had a distinct feud with everyone there. Like Damian has a feud with Finn Balor. Damian has had a feud with Gunther, and then recently Finn Balor has started a feud with Gunther as well, and then they had three of them scuffling. So I guess that's the best I could figure out to categorize
that's fine. That's
but
fine.
okay. Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, but this is how I like doing it. I like to put it together, and then maybe later on I can make like compilations of different storylines and review them like that. So let's see what we got. We got two segments. I got the replay from this past Monday. I like when WWE replay and go over stuff that just happened in case people haven't seen it. But I'm not going to go over that. I'll go over the match. So here, World Heavyweight title, triple threat match, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest versus the champion, Gunther. So let's go through what happened. And here's Finn Balor coming in, who also came in with his Judgment Day guys, but they didn't stay at the ringside with him. They went back. I don't know what... it's Finn Balor, FNBLR. Okay, so he wears a mask on the way to the ring. Like an executioner's mask, I guess.
Did he always do that? I don't know, actually.
He's done different things. I think he's done that before. He also has done, what's the other Finn Balor, the one where he goes, Demon Balor or whatever.
Whatever the hell he called that character. It's not the Fiend. The Fiend is someone else. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay.
So today he takes off the mask and he's Finn Balor. But all right, so here's Damian, here's Gunther, I guess. He also didn't want people touching him, it seemed like, but okay. So the finish of the match, I think Damian looked like he was going to get the pin on Finn, and then Gunther reached in and grabbed Damian by the hair and dragged him out of the ring, and then ended up power bombing him into the steel steps. And that
was a good spot.
Yeah, so that basically got him out of the way for Gunther to get in the ring and powerbomb Finn, and 1, 2, 3, and Gunther remains champion. So, reviews. Again, another half thumbs up from you. So you're only kind of liking this show, Vlad. I don't know. It's not getting sparkling reviews, but also for me, an indifferent, also another predictable match, a predictable result. So,
you're right.
Let's have some thoughts, Vlad. Go ahead.
Well, the one thing I'll say is why, if it's a no DQ match, wouldn't the Judgment Day get involved and try to help Finn, try to steal
I
this
didn't
title?
think of that. Good point. Good point. Okay.
I mean, it's a no DQ. They've already said the triple threats are basically anything goes. You could beat someone to death and it's fine. So I mean, he has a group. Why does he even have a group if they're not going to help him win the title and he's a heel?
I don't know. Sometimes he probably feels like, you know what, I could do this on my own. This is gonna be easy. You guys stay
Bullshit.
back. I don't know.
He's been using the group to beat up both of these guys, Gunther and Priest, for the previous like Raws. But now when it's time for the match, he's like, nah, I'll do it myself. What the fuck? You're obviously not going to beat these guys yourself. What are you talking about? These are two big time guys, right? He wasn't going to, as his character as it is, was not going to beat Gunther or Damian Priest. So I thought that was kind of silly. The match was good, but again, I don't know, some things felt off about this, like all the matches here. I don't know, for me. So like nothing was, again, disrespectful to the business or anything like that. The work, obviously very solid. Gunther's involved. Never a bad Gunther match. I keep saying that every Gunther review, but I don't know, man. Nothing really blew me away in this thing. Now, I'll say this real quick. I think I'm comparing this slightly to what I think Clash of the Champions used to be for WCW and what Battle of the Belts was supposed to be in AEW, but never really ended up working out for Battle of the Belts. But I don't know, for some reason, Clash of the Champions, I remember being a little bit, and I enjoying a little bit more. Maybe I'm just, that's just nostalgia talking. But here, I don't know. I mean, obviously these were all great wrestlers involved. This wasn't just like Battle of the Belts, bullshit show. These are all time, some of their big time wrestlers. But something didn't really work for this whole program for me, and that's why I only gave it like
you mean the whole Saturday night's main event show? All right.
Yeah, something was off. The whole show as a whole.
I'll get some more comments about the show overall once we're done with all 5 storylines.
But it's a continuous theme throughout all of this. So this was also a match that this was just okay.
Okay, and kind of, I guess, again, predictable. So
very predictable.
Okay, all right. Well, let me move on to, I guess, the 4th storyline out of 5 from this show. What do we got next? We got Chelsea
This is actually
Green
my favorite thing that happened. Believe it or not.
Michin to become the first women's United States champion. So the program here is pretty straightforward. This has been a tournament that's been going on for the inaugural vacant women's United States championship. Whether we like the idea of it or not, it's
don't
happened.
like it at all.
But let's jump straight to the match. Chelsea Green versus Michin. So here's Chelsea coming in. She came with Piper. So unlike the other people on the show, Piper was very prominent.
Very prominent
match. Yes. So here's Michin, who I'm a fan of, and I guess here's the referee. Here's the first instance of Piper's interference. The referee had her back turned, and Piper had an attack on Michin.
Like a side slam or something, right?
Yes. So no one saw it. She got away with it. And then there was a couple more. Like I said, this was prominent in this match, but I didn't cut out all of them. But this was the last one that led to the pinfall. So I guess Piper was on the ring apron, and Michin kicked her off, and that led to a move that Chelsea, I don't know how to describe it. She was on the top rope, and somehow she kind of flipped over Michin and got into the unprettier position, the Christian move, and hit her with an unprettier. I mean, look, she gets some good airtime on that unprettier, I must say. So she got the pinfall against Michin right there. Some people call this the only unpredictable match of the night, although I considered it pretty predictable because...
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, I thought maybe there's a chance they could give it to Michin, but, man, Chelsea's just work has been too good overall. And this is just a perfect spot for her. Like, she's never going to be world champion, I don't think. So the United States Championship is pretty much like the highest highlight of her life. Although, funnily enough, Michael Cole did mention that she was a former TNA Knockouts champion.
Yes,
which is it's always funky to me to hear them, including TNA in the WWE show, like in their canon. It's so freaking weird, but okay, it's cool, but okay.
TNA is kind of their developmental, sort of, at this point. It's kind of somewhat, not exactly, but kind of.
Yeah, they have a good working relationship at this point, which is better for TNA than having a relationship with AEW. I mean, shit, I'd rather have a relationship with.
Yeah,
But,
it's not even close. It's not even a question.
but I don't know. We shouldn't get on a TNA tangent right now. Although some things did happen in TNA this week, but I will discuss that some other time.
You don't say.
Yes, but reviews for this match or this whole storyline and her winning the United States title, Chelsea Green, that is. So 2 thumbs up. Well, a thumbs up from each of us. So 1 thumbs up from me and 1 thumbs up from Vlad. So we both like this. Comments. What did I say? She definitely deserves it. That's what I said. Been doing fantastic work since she came from TNA. Vlad, happy for Chelsea. So we're both glad for her. Been doing good work, making us laugh these past few months. So, all right. So that was a good thing. That was the first full thumbs up from Vlad. And let's move on to the last storyline of the night. The main event. It's Cody Rhodes drops Kevin Owens on a steel chair that Owens brought into the ring to retain the undisputed WWE title. So, all right, I'm going to go through that in more detail. This is the Cody Rhodes feud with Kevin Owens. And after the video package previewing it, the match started. Undisputed WWE Championship, the champion Cody Rhodes against Kevin Owens, who a lot of storylines stemming from this whole bloodline thing. Cody teamed with Roman, KO never forgave him for that. It's like, after all those fucking months where I helped you fight Roman, now you teamed up with him. So he never forgave him. So here's Kevin Owens coming to the ring all pissed off, waiting for Cody to come in. Here's Cody's entrance. Lillian Garcia making the ring announcements. And then this was interesting because I saw the belt. I was like, what the fuck? When did they do that? I guess it was just for this night. Yeah, the old.
Which is my favorite, which is the best belt they've ever had, by far. Like, this is when I consider the WWE or F championship, I consider this the belt.
Yes, yeah. Yes. All right. Well, let's go into the match. I guess there was a table spot. Cody with the cutter onto the table, on the announce table. That's one picture that I snipped out. All right, here's the first ref bump. So I guess
there were a couple.
KO pushed Cody into Charles Robinson, and KO hit the stunner, so he had a pinfall on him. Crowd was chanting up to 10, counting. Charles Robinson's out. So he couldn't get up to count that. And then another referee comes in. I don't know the name of this guy. I can't
remember. They mentioned him. I can't remember him.
Yes. So he got in there and started counting for KO, but it was too late. So he got a 2 count. 2 count. That was as close as he got to winning the match. All right, so Cody was going to do the Cody cutter, and I guess he bumped into the second ref. So there goes the second ref. And again, here's the ref down, and then KO went out to grab a steel chair, so he was going to use it this time, unlike last time. And then Cody countered and then hit the crossroads onto the steel chair, so he used the chair. Although, I don't know, he didn't really grab it and hit him with it. He just kind of hit his own move, and the chair happened to be on the floor. Because when I heard about it, because I didn't see what happened, but I heard Cody use the chair to win. I was like, did Cody turn heel or something? What the fuck? Okay. But he should have got disqualified if there was a referee looking. And then here comes Charles Robinson, one of the weirdest counts I've ever seen. He's still like on the floor.
He's on the floor, yeah.
But he does the count, and he counts to 3. And Cody with the win. So here's Cody celebrating, and KO's pissed off. And that's how the show goes off the air. So let's hold off on everything else we're going to talk about, Vlad. And let me go through our ratings for the match of what aired on television. So you, another half thumbs up, all right? And then I gave this one a thumbs up. I mean, I thought it was exciting. I like the ref bumps and everything. Although, yes, I mean, I don't know. I think some people considered that maybe Kevin Owens could win the title here and they could trade it back and forth or something. Yeah, I don't think it was completely out of the question. It wasn't as predictable as the other matches. But, okay, so a half thumbs up from you. So you have any comments you want to give about this before we move on to the post-show, I guess?
Yeah, I think I might have given it a full thumbs up. But like you said, the booking was too predictable this whole show for the most part, and this one really took the cake. I think if there was ever a time for Kevin Owens to win the title, or at least take out Cody for a little bit, I mean, they could always give it back to him at like some major thing, Royal Rumble elimination. I think Royal Rumble probably would have been the best one. I mean, just he doesn't have to hold it every single second until he finally loses it. Like, I know Roman held it for like 3-4 years, but they don't have to repeat that same thing again, really. So I don't know. I just didn't like the predictable booking of it. Kevin Owens has been pretty good in this feud. Specifically on SmackDown when he came out with the Stardust shirt, I thought that was hilarious. I laughed.
Yes, that I did notice that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But overall, just it was I think a good match. Like you said, more exciting than I think the other matches. A couple of like what the hell is going to happen stuff when the refs went down both times. But at the end of the day, they go to old reliable, old faithful Cody going over. Look, I love Cody. He's one of my favorites. He's perfect champion, great in-ring technician, great on the mic, perfect look, total professional, but a guy that you want representing your company, right? But I think for like a couple months, they could take it off him and it wouldn't hurt him at all. Like, he could regain it back, especially if it's against Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens, I don't know. That's the way I feel about it at the very least. So I'm with you. I think they could have done something here more creatively, and they just stuck to Cody winning. But so that's why I didn't really give it a full thumbs up, just because I'm like, look, okay, the match is fine, but they could have done better, man. They could have done better overall, I think, with the booking.
All right, well, before I get some overall thoughts from the show of Saturday night's main event, excuse me. I got to enunciate better. But let me just mention that I didn't mention that Jesse Ventura was back for the show.
Yes. That does deserve some.
There was a, I don't know what to call it, a main announce table, like a separate announce table in front of the crowd, which they used to do this.
Yes.
For these shows. Just Joe Tessitore was there. He wasn't on play-by-play, but he was there at this table with Jesse the Body. Kind of funny that Jesse Ventura is still here in WWE after all these years, and Vince is gone. Like, poetic justice.
I think that's the only reason he's there. Yeah, right. But that's the only reason he's back, is because Vince is gone. He wouldn't be there if Vince was there. So, yeah. No, I mean, Jesse Ventura is a great personality, and I'm definitely fond of his commentary in the 80s specifically. And he kind of wanted, I think he was going heel. He was doing his heel work again, as he was always.
Yeah, he said Kevin Owens got screwed, man. The referee that wasn't there to call the DQ.
Yeah, and before he was talking crap about Dusty and Cody. It was kind of funny. And he did pretty good, I think. He was actually the first time they've actually really had a heel broadcaster in a while, so I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, Jesse Ventura is a legendary personality in wrestling, and a lot of people know him. He was in movies, he was a governor of a state, for God's sake. So kind of cool that he's back in wrestling.
Yes, and then also, like we mentioned earlier, Pat McAfee too, so he'll be back for Raw on Netflix.
I like Pat.
All right, so all that being said, how about, I mean, overall show? I've heard this being called, the worst review I heard all day. I heard it called a glorified house show. That these are matches that would be at a house show. There was no backstage segments. There was no backstage interviews. There was no angles.
Correct.
Really, it was just matches.
Well,
so
right. Well,
what are your comments on that?
Yeah, I mean,
having a show, an angle-less show with just matches, like a AEW pay-per-view.
Well, but if you could compare it to like a PLE, isn't that usually the case? It's going to be just the matches. So I mean, I'm okay
sometimes the matches have angles at the end of the matches. Like there's some. This one didn't have any type of creative endings for these, except the Cody one.
No,
the Cody one with the steel chair and everything.
Yeah.
And then the after show, which we'll discuss separately. I want to review the whole show of what was on
as it aired,
and then discuss the after show afterwards. But okay.
I'm
How
with
about
you.
an
Though. I'm
overall
with
rating
you.
for the show? Like in terms of our rating system? Let me pull up our rating system. If you had to review the whole show in general, what would you give it?
I think I'd give it, your favorite wrestler, the Orange Cassidy, half thumbs up, as I did most of
like you did most of the matches. Okay, so
most
that
of the
makes
matches.
sense.
Yeah.
I think
that's fair.
I think
Like,
I
I
would do
didn't
the
hate
same
it.
overall.
I mean, and I don't know if it's a glorified house show or not, just because I don't really go to the house shows. But I mean, there were some title matches here, and would you get that on a house show? I don't know. Maybe,
you
maybe
get
not.
title matches at house shows, but
Okay.
okay.
Well, then okay. Then maybe it is.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if it's the same caliber of matches that you get at a house
Yeah.
show. But
I compare it
think,
more to what they were going for. I compare it more to Clash of the Champions, which is like a televised pay-per-view quality show type deal. That's what they were going for here. And I'm sure that's what they were going for previously in the 80s when they had, like, I don't know, I guess they had Hogan and Andre, right? On one of the main events at one point in the 80s, the Drew Crazy rating.
They said they got 33 million for that one or something.
Yeah,
like that. Well,
that's amazing.
I'll be
yeah,
curious as to what the ratings end up.
Well, they're gonna get 33 million.
No, but if they get like 2 million, that would be good.
That would be nice.
Million.
That would be very good for them. Yes, 2 million would be good for them for the show. Yeah.
All right. So after the show, you texted me, trying to make sure that I was aware of this because I was
because I wasn't sure if you were.
Sometimes I'm not. No, it was good that you mentioned it because sometimes I'm oblivious. I don't read. Yeah. I don't go to the news, and it wouldn't.
It was just a coincidence that I saw it too. Honestly, it was a very big coincidence.
Okay, so I found a video playing everything that happened after the main event.
After the show, it was over.
After the show, so we might as well watch it. I don't think this is copyrighted. This is just some guys.
Some
guy.
Because they have a WWE video, but this is probably better, so you won't get taken down. Yeah, good idea.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. There is a WWE video, I guess, on their website.
There is. Yeah, it's on. It's probably on YouTube now too.
All right, so this is courtesy of Matt Kempe's YouTube.
So whoever you are, Matt, thank you.
All right, let's see what's going on. So Cody had just won the match, celebrating, kissing the floor, limping a little bit. This is a 4-minute clip, by the way. I didn't really edit it at all. We're just going to play it the way it is and comment as it goes. Oh, here comes Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens with the attack from behind. And then the most devastating move in all of wrestling, the pile driver.
This one looked a lot better.
Package pile driver, but yeah.
Yeah. A lot better than the one he gave Orton.
Holy shit!
All right, so I guess from here I could forward a little bit. I mean, they're going to bring out paramedics and everything.
To take
Cody doesn't really go after it anymore. Kevin Owens doesn't really go after Cody anymore after that, it seems.
No, but he grabs the belt and he steps over him a couple times.
I see. All right.
Owens, wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let me forward a little bit because I did notice that something else happened afterwards.
Yes.
Let's go.
He's standing over Cody while they're trying to get him into the stretcher.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
He's being a dick.
It's the Kevin Owens
He's being a dick. All right, I'm going to skip a little bit more forward. Here they're stretchering Cody out.
What a night.
Making a big production out of this.
Where's that? Where?
Oh, and now the guy who's recording is noticing that, I guess, Kevin Owens, something's happening with KO and Triple H. They're pushing each other, and the referee's trying to keep them apart. Triple H entering the angle here. So they did shoot an angle for this.
Yeah.
But it was after the show when it was off the air. All right. What do you think? What are your comments about them doing the best part of the show after the show?
I know they did something similar in this thing, right? When Owens attacked Cody originally, right? After after teaming with Roman, he attacked him, right? And that's how this whole thing got started. So I know they've done that before, but man, but that was a pretty good show that he did that after, so that was okay. This was like a lackluster show, like it's just okay.
Yeah, this could have used that ending.
This could have used that ending for sure. A really hot ending to it would have been nice to close the show as the credits rolled. Instead, everything was on social media. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I live in the wrong time, and I know everything's now social media. You know, want to get it out there, viral. But man,
they also get monetized for those videos on social media, so it's not like they're just putting it out there for nothing. They get a lot of money if it's gonna get like 5 million views or some shit. So.
I understand, but to me, it would have made more sense for this to air after the show. I mean, air during the show instead of having it air after the show. I don't know. That's where I stand. I mean, it was a lackluster show. Needed a hot ending. You already had Cody win, fine. We could debate on that. But man, if Kevin Owens was going to do that, he might as well have done it on the show. And like you said, it was the best part of anything they did all night. So why not show it? That's kind of where I'm at.